Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today, no face cam. Just so you guys know, I'm a little sick, and so if I sound different, that's why. But I wanted to get this video out just because, playoffs are right around the corner. The regular season is officially over, and we are now going to get into playoff hockey. So I want to make sure I get things out of the way. That way you guys know what's up if you guys haven't seen already, but I'm pretty sure if you follow hockey you already do know. However, I want to get my opinions out on some things. So here we go. First off, we're starting off with the Stanley Cup Playoff bracket. As you guys can see, this is how the teams are lined or matched up for the 2024 NHL playoffs. Dallas will be playing Vegas, Winnipeg versus Colorado, Vancouver versus Nashville, Edmonton versus LA, Florida versus Tampa, Boston versus Toronto, New York versus Washington Capitals, and then Carolina Hurricanes versus the New York Islanders. So basically, I'm actually happy with the way these matches, at least for the West. I didn't really look at the East yet, but based on what I'm seeing, I'm actually happy with the way these are matched up. I think the Kings got a break. I definitely didn't want them playing Dallas in the first round, because if you think about it, if we played Dallas on top, we would have had to face the Jets or the Avalanche next in the second round, in which I consider the top three Centrals to be the strongest teams this year in the West. So that was definitely not something that I wanted us to go through. But again, we are playing the Oilers for the third straight year. I am confident we can win this year, except for the fact that Oilers do have a much deeper team this year than the past two. So they definitely made some good trades at the trade deadline, and their team has rounded out really well. I think this is definitely going to be another tough matchup again. But if we can, come out with maybe even the first goal in every game, that will just be a big confidence booster and help us win. Obviously, it's hard for the Kings to even score first, but if we can do that, it's just a matter of not digging ourselves a hole. We gotta stay on top. That way, we frustrate the Oilers. But we'll see. We'll see how the playoffs play out. But yeah, overall, the other matchups, not really expecting much from the rest of the West side, but the East side, it's interesting that both Florida teams got matched up. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the Panthers to beat Lightning. I hate the Lightning, most hated team for me. I think, obviously, Bruins beat the Maple Leafs. Unfortunately for my brother who likes the Capitals, I think Rangers will come out on top, even though the President's Trophy winners always have a hard time in the New York Rangers. But you never know. Every year is different. And then, of course, Hurricanes versus Islanders. I think Hurricanes have the slight edge, so it's not like it's going to be a big surprise. But we'll see what happens. It's all just first rounds. But yeah, not really surprised. Not really surprised in the teams that kind of made it and the teams that didn't. Obviously, the biggest surprise in this year would probably be like the Vancouver Canucks, who all of a sudden had a healthy team and made the playoffs. So congratulations to all the teams that made the playoffs, and hopefully we see some really good hockey. Next up, here's a schedule. So here's the schedules for the West on the left side of the screen and the East on the right. So as you guys can see, the times are set, locations are set. Kings are on the road first versus the Oilers. I don't mind that. It's just a matter of whether or not we come out and play our strengths. Obviously, the Kings are looking to play a very defensive style game. I really hope they can get out of the defensive mindset, though, and just play strong hockey, like offense, good forecheck and everything. Because if we can do that, I think the Oilers don't stand a chance. But you never know. When the Oilers turned it on last year, when they just started hitting, every player on their team started hitting the Kings just gave up. And so I'm not surprised if the Oilers do that again. But I think we have a stronger team than we did last year as far as, physicality. As far as skill, maybe not the best. Obviously, I've had disappointments with Dubois, Kempe isn't sniping it like he should have been during the season. Things like that. So overall, I'm expecting a really good game, and I can't wait for Monday to come around. Obviously, it sucks that our first game is on Monday, the end of the weekend. So unfortunate, but gives Kings a little bit more time to rest. So that's kind of cool. Next up, I just want to give congratulations to the New York Rangers. Obviously, I mentioned it already. They are the President's Trophy winners. They clinched that, a couple games before the end of the season, but it's cool to recognize that they are the winners. I do have players on there that I do like, obviously including goaltender Jonathan Quick, who is LA Kings, obviously future Hall of Famer. So congratulations to him and the rest of the Rangers. Looking forward to watching them play as well. They have a really strong team up front. Defense, maybe not the best defense core, but led by Fox, I think they have a pretty good defensive mindset, as well as two good goalies in Shesterkin and Quick. So we'll see how that goes for them. But again, congratulations to them. President Trophy winners in the past, almost 10 years. They've never made it past the first and second rounds, so not surprised if they don't make it past, because maybe for some reason winning the President's Trophy just drains teams. But given the fact that both Western and Eastern Conference teams, we all battled for their respective playoff spots, both division titles, wild card spots, etc., etc., etc. And I won't be surprised if the Rangers are just as tired as any of the other teams, because it was a close race for everybody. So, I think that's how things will work out, and I think the Rangers have an equal chance compared to past years, for example, last year with the Bruins, who just stormed their way into the playoffs, winning almost all their games, and then got kicked out in the first round. So that's what I'm expecting from the Rangers. I think they'll make it past the first. And heck, I didn't even see them going past the second, so we'll see. Next up is Cutter Gauthier. I made a video on the trade for him with the Ducks and Flyers when the trade happened, and he finally signed his entry-level contract. He played one game this season with the Ducks, getting an assist in about 24 time on ice. So it was a really good NHL debut for him. He did get a point. Got a +1 rating, 3 shots. I think it was a strong first game for Gauthier. I didn't actually watch the game, but seeing the statistics, obviously being 20 years old, getting your first NHL point, it's a good start to your career. I definitely think he'll pan out if he continues that kind of production. Obviously, like I said, I didn't watch the games. So I don't know what skill sets he has or what he really brings to the Ducks. I just know that the Ducks have a young team, and if they can basically improve upon what they have, then I think they could start winning games again next year. I know, at least I heard, that they are the most undisciplined team in the league. They've taken the most penalties, I believe. I'm not entirely sure if that's wrong or right, but if that's the case, that's kind of where the young blood needs to improve, right? Probably undisciplined, not enough cool heads in the room. So if they can get that in check, that definitely would help them. So congratulations to Gauthier. Hopefully he has a good career. Hopefully the trade is worth the price that both teams paid. Next up is Jeff Carter. Obviously, if you guys have been following, he is one of the league's well-known players. He was a Stanley Cup champion with the Kings for both 2012 and 2014, and he is retired. So, watching his last game with the Penguins, I saw that he got his last goal. It was very special. It came from none other than, of course, Sidney Crosby, so that was very special. Got the 3rd star of the game. So, couldn't be happier for Carter. I really wish he would have returned to the Kings at some point. I really like Carter, both as a person and a player. He was a really, really strong, strong leader. on the ice, and obviously he had good skating ability, he had a good shot. Obviously, that's what he's most known for, is having a good wrister. And I kind of missed him. I kind of miss him being our second line center, because compared to the centers we have right now, I just don't see it within our team. Carter definitely brought more of the offense to our team, but unfortunately, I know that even when he was with us in his final years, his production was down, and obviously going to the Penguins, his production was even lower. But couldn't be happier for him in his retirement, so congratulations for him. Kind of wish he signed like a one-day contract somehow for the Kings and just signed, and retired as a King. That's okay. Main point is that he had a great career, and hopefully he has a good time in his retirement. Gonna miss him for sure. And of course, there's other players that have retired as well, but I want to give a special note to Carter, who was a King, and forever King. Next, I also want to give recognition to Nikita Kucherov and Connor McDavid. So obviously, they got 100 assists each this season. That is not something that's been done since Wayne Gretzky. And I was hoping that Kucherov would not get it, but he did, and he got in the last game. So congratulations to both of them. Obviously, I don't mind McDavid getting it. I like McDavid. I think he's a great player. Obviously, McKinnon's right there too. He had 89. But yeah, McDavid obviously missed some games this season, so very unfortunate, but he still made it to 100 assists. Congratulations. In fact, he got it first, which goes to show how much of a good player he is, how strong of a playmaker he is. He did not, I don't think he got 30 goals. I think he ended with 20 something, high 20s. But no, he ended with 30. 39, right? Because he had, I forget how many points, 30 something goals, because he had 130 something points. But overall, great performance by McDavid again this year, even though he missed games. And of course, Kucherov, first player, but one of the only players in NHL history to get a 40-goal season and 100 points, besides Gretzky and Lemieux, I believe, were the only other two. So congratulations to him as well, even though I don't like him. But, I have to give credit where credit is due, and he definitely deserves it. So congratulations. And then, of course, one other thing is NHL in Utah coming fall 2024. So obviously, you guys have probably heard by now that the Arizona Coyotes are officially no longer a franchise. The franchise itself is being retired, and all the assets is moving, including the players, are moving to Utah. And it is there that a new NHL team will be founded. No name and no colors or anything like that. Nothing's been announced. It's just the fact that they do have a team in Utah coming in this fall. They are going to play in the Delta Center, which is where the LA Kings have been hosting their Frozen Furies during the preseason. So kind of interesting though, because on September 23rd was supposed to be the Frozen Fury. I wonder if they're still going to do that, considering that it's now going to be that franchise's building. So how does the preseason work like that? I don't know. It is in Salt Lake City, so it's the same place. I know that for facts. And kind of strange. Really kind of strange. But considering how the Kings have been representing hockey there for the past so many years, I think it's good. I think Utah fans are probably going to be happy that they actually get a franchise now, instead of having to just be Kings fans, obviously. But yeah, if you guys are Utah fans, of the hockey, let me know. Let me know how excited you are that you guys are finally getting your own team. I know it's not really your team, since it is the Coyotes team. It is the Coyotes roster. So, the results from player to player is still going to be the same, except that you now have a franchise to root for, instead of just having the Kings, who you've been rooting for the past so many years, right? Right, Utah fans? Anyways, so it sucks for the Coyotes. I am happy that I was able to see the Coyotes in action ever since I started watching hockey back in 2011. One of my favorite players of the game was Shane Doan after all. Very similar style to Dustin Brown, hard-hitting, power forward, and captains of their team. When Shane Doan retired, I was very sad that I didn't get to see more of him, but it's also special because he is the Coyotes' leading statistic player, amongst most records. And then, of course, his son, Josh Doan, just made his NHL debut about 10 NHL games ago. And so in those 10 games, he got 9 points. I think it was 5 goals and 4 assists. That's really good, and I think they should have played him sooner, if possible. If not, they should have put him on the top 6. They sheltered him on the bottom 6 a lot, and I'm a little disappointed to see that, considering how well he played. I did watch some Coyote games, and he played a really strong game. So I'm excited to see him more, and I think it's kind of bittersweet because, Shane Doan was the Coyotes' face of the franchise, and now that Josh Doan made his NHL debut, and he debuted as a Coyote, he gets to change franchises automatically, and who knows, maybe he will be one of the future stars of the new franchise. So it's kind of cool. I'm happy for him, obviously. Hopefully he plays in the NHL, because I did like what I saw from him, and I think the Coyotes, or whatever the Utah team is called, I think they have a really good player in him, as well as, of course, my guy, Sean Durzi, quarterbacking their entire defense core. Overall, I think the Coyotes have a decent team. They just need a few more pieces, to get it going. But otherwise, I think overall, any team can be good. It's just a matter of how each team is managed, and I don't know if the Coyotes were managed horribly or not, but it sounds like they weren't in the right place, and so, that's why the franchise is failing. But that's whatever. That's topics for a different story, different time. But either way, wishing all the players and staff and everyone involved, best of luck. Obviously, I'm excited to see what the Utah team is. Everyone's excited to see what they are, and there is talks that there will be a Arizona team in the future as a 33rd team, possibly. But who knows? Who knows how that's going to work? We'll see. But for now, that's just in the future. No need to worry about that. But yeah, as far as anything else is concerned, that's it I have for now. I just wanted to get my opinions on some of the things that happened around the league towards the end of the season. And of course, like I said, starting today, the playoffs start. And, I'll actually bring that right back up here. So again, here's the schedules. Playoffs start with the East, New York Islanders versus the Carolina Hurricanes at 5 Eastern. That's 2 p.m. Pacific, my time. And as well as the Maple Leafs and Bruins at 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. for my time. So it's cool. I can't remember if... I think Alex Faust was doing TNT broadcasts for the playoffs. And I'm not sure if it's everyone, but I'm excited to hear him again, because obviously Alex Faust was our play-by-play last few years, and after Bob Miller retired. And I thought he was a great broadcaster, and personally I think he's better than Nick Nixon. Nick's been making some errors during the broadcast this year, and it kind of, it's kind of sad. It's really kind of sad, because I did like Faust a lot. I loved how he broadcasted the games, what he brought to the team, his young, energetic, voice and, opinions. He doesn't know everything like, Darryl Evans or Jim Fox did, but he knows enough that it sounded like he knew hockey. But that's just my opinion. So if he is doing TNT throughout the entire playoffs, great to hear him again. I will be looking forward to that, and of course, be looking forward to Kings hockey. So hopefully we bring it to the Oilers this year. At least one more playoff round. Yeesh, we really need to get past the first round. All right, that's it for now. Thank you guys for listening in. Like I said, I'm a little sick, and so If you guys were expecting any other content besides my hockey content, it will probably be kind of short right now, but I promise I will get more stuff out when I'm better. But yeah, for now, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the playoffs, about your team making the playoffs. If your team didn't make the playoffs, how hard the Sharks tanked for the first overall draft pick. Let me know everything. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more hockey content. I will be keeping up with each LA Kings playoff game. Not necessarily the other teams, but during those playoff videos, I probably will give an update on my opinion on some of the other games. But for the most part, again, I am a LA Kings fan. I will be focusing on the LA Kings majority of the time, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing going forward while I am sick. So don't expect too much. But yeah, first game's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then of course Sunday. Every other day is LA Kings, and start on the road. So good luck, Kings. Go Kings, go. And obviously everyone else, good luck. May the best team win. And as for you guys, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.